Welcome back to the One-Eyed Neighbor how-to videos. Today I'm going to be working on this Troy-Bilt XP. It's got a 190cc motor on it, and what I'm going to be doing is just general maintenance on it, which will be checking the oil, checking the blades, switching those out for a sharp blade, which I have blades in inventory that I always try to have ready to switch out, checking the air cleaner, checking the spark plug, and there's a bonus that if you wait till the end, most people never check, but it's an important part of your maintenance on your, especially if you bag, to always check. And it's one thing that most people rarely, if ever, do. So stick around to the end and you'll get to have a little bonus that you'll get to see. So without any further ado, let's get into it and get this mower serviced so that I can get this back in making me money on my residential mowings. All right, thank you.
You're going to need an oil pan, 5/8 deep well for the removing the blade and the spark plug, 30 weight 4-cycle oil, impact WD-40, and a sharpened blade, and a grinder with a wire wheel.
All right. One of the things that people don't, I always want to tell you to always think safety first. My glasses have side shields, and I always try to wear my gloves when I use power tools. If you saw my other video, the glasses that I have are safety glasses, but I had taken the side shields off, and I thank the viewer for mentioning that to me. So be aware that safety is always first. Alright, as you can tell, I'm still having problems with my knee. It's one of those things. Still don't know what's going on with it, but got a cortisone shot, so hopefully that's going to help it deal with some of the issues that I have with it. Alright, so to start with, you're going to have to take your blade off on this particular item. So what I use is my impact. This is a DeWalt 20 volt half-inch drive impact, and I put 5/8 to get it off, and put this in reverse. Get that off there. Go. So usually there'll be beside your bolt, there'll be this spacer, and this is the particular blade that I have on it. This one's getting a little dull, so I'm going to go ahead and sharpen this one up. But this is why I always try to keep blades in my inventory so that I can go ahead and do a quick swap, and I'll sharpen this later. Okay, so kind of check underneath the deck. And we're going to be doing some cleaning today, just a little bit, and we'll get into that. Alright, well, I've already kind of started cleaning it. What you want to do is maybe get stuck before it builds up too bad. I don't like mine building up bad. There's another way to do this, which if I didn't have some fuel all the way to the top on this mower, I would normally turn it to the side opposite of the carburetor, and then you could do this in a much more comfortable position. And sometimes I'll even take a wire wheel and kind of get that a little bit more of it, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, all right, we'll be right back. All right, we're going to go ahead and start. One of the things, this is the other option. Of course, you saw me have the one side, but whenever you're going to tilt this up, make sure that your air cleaner and your carburetor are facing up if you're going to turn it sideways. So what I want to do is move my tools here, make sure that that's all right. And so I'm going to tilt it to the directions where my exhaust is facing left. And now I have full access to the bottom. I'll go ahead and finish cleaning it up.
Now you'll notice I sped this part up quite a bit. Now I'd love to tell you this is how fast I normally work, but my knees, my coffee cup, and the general would all testify otherwise. If I really moved this quickly, well, I could finish the project, mow 2 yards, and clean the garage and still be home before Susie noticed I was gone. Of course, sped up video leaves out the important part, like searching for tool I just had in my hand, staring at the project while pretending I'm planning my next move, and taking a coffee break to celebrate being halfway finished. That's the magic of editing, my friends. It makes all of us look a little more organized.
Alright, now that I've got it cleaned out, as you can see, it's pretty good. I got everything cleaned out, and I want to make it last. So what I use, I know some people use WD-40, others use the special paint and everything. I do my videos based on two things. First of all, what I have on hand. These are the things I guess a lot of people don't realize. Some of us can't afford all these luxuries of getting a lot of stuff, to take care of our equipment. So we got to use what's on hand. This heavy-duty silicone is something that I usually keep around as a handyman, and also to work on my equipment. I find that this is something that I like to use a lot. I do have cans of WD-40. Most of the stuff that I use isn't specialized stuff. I figure a little bit elbow grease goes a long way to keeping a lot of my stuff running. As you can see, it's really starting to rust a little bit, but I'm still, this is about a 3-year-old mower, and the deck's actually looking pretty good.
You'll find the links and the tools and supplies used in this project in the description below. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases at no additional cost to you. Using those links also helps support the one-eyed neighbor. Thank you for your patronage, and thank you for listening.
There we go. And now I'll go ahead and get ready to put my blade on. The blade that I'm going to put on has been really balanced. If you've watched my video from before, that's the mower blade I'm going to be using. And this mower blade I'll end up sharpening and putting in my inventory. Okay, go ahead and put my sharpened mower on there, mower blade. And I'll make sure that the grass side is down. On this one, as you can see, there's a concave part right here. And it even says right here, grass side. So this is the side that's going to be down. Impact that down. Hang on to it just a little bit. There she goes. She's on there. All right, go on to the next step. All right, now that I've taken care of the bottom, blade back on, I want to go ahead and drain my oil. So what I want to do is I get a 3/8 drive ratchet, and right here on this particular mower is my oil drain. All right, so I stick, it's right here. Sorry. All right, so I stick this in here, and I want to loosen it up. Okay, now that I loosened it up, I'm going to go ahead and put it up so that I can put a drain pan underneath it. All right, got my oil pan underneath, and let's go ahead and remove this and let that drain out. I always keep a little tension on it, get it about where I want it, kind of push it up, finish turning it, and let it drain. And there we go. All right, let it drain, and we'll get right back. All right, got my oil pan underneath, and let's go ahead and remove this and let that drain out. I always keep a little tension on it, get it about where I want it, kind of push it up, finish turning it, and let it drain. And there we go. All right, let it drain, and we'll get right back. All right, now after I usually get done and it's been drained, it's really drained out, I'll go ahead and put some Teflon tape around my fitting and put it back in. So let's get down to that. There we go. All ready. All right. I use SE30. This is for 4-cycle engines. And I'll go ahead and put it right in my oil, which is right here on my mower, and get down to that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some oil in here. I usually put between 16 and 20 ounces. It depends on what my mower calls for. Always read your manual to see how much oil that it takes. All right, I already put some in there before, so let that drain down for just a little bit. Put this in here. Put that over there. Clean this off real quick. Check the level. Count to about 5 or 10. Need just a little more. So, trying to fill that up a little bit more. I'm going to have to take my other one. All right, and that's pretty much it right there. Just kind of check your fluid and make sure it's full. Check the air filter. Now, this is the kind I got, and I have my new ones right here. And this is the one I replaced off of it, so you can see it's kind of pretty dirty. So that should be okay because I replaced it about 3 weeks ago. So it should be okay. I already checked it. And so, but make sure you check your air filter and get the right one, get the proper one. All right. All right. Now that we've got everything checked out, we got the air cleaner checked out. Our gas is good. We got the blades changed out. The deck's been cleaned, and we got that preserved with oil and some silicone. We got just about everything on this mower is ready to go, except we got to check the spark plug. You're going to need a 5/8 deep socket for your spark plug. You're going to need a T25 to get the bolts off your cover, and you're going to need your feeler gauge so that you can set the gap. It just happens that in the years of maintenance I always had that feeler gauge, and I'm the kind of person that I don't like spending money on things that I don't really need. This covers so many things, my feeler gauge for so many different things that I've always used that, take care of it. It's never let me down, so I've used it in maintenance, and then I've always used it on my equipment here, used it on my Harley, and so that's what I have, and that's what I use. I know, like I said, a lot of people just go ahead and spend $4 or $5 and get that. But my thinking is, if you got something you're ready, I don't see why spending the extra money to do things anyway more different than you have to is something that you need to do. So always consider that, especially in today's economy. You want to be able to save your money as much as you can. So let's get on with this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this cover off. Okay, I'll take my T25 right here. And I like these mowers for running on my residential, but like I said, it's your preference for what you want to run. For me, these mowers, and one of the things I do when I think about my mowing business is that our parts interchangeable. I know a person will get a 30-inch mower and a riding lawnmower, and one will be a Skag, and one will be a Toro, and then they get another mower and a leaf blower and stuff, and it's all different kinds of equipment, and Echo and all that, and so now when something breaks down, they have to take it in to get it worked on. And I got no problem supporting our local businesses like that, and so I don't have a problem spending that extra money at the end of the season. It's one of those things that I think it takes care of my equipment. But when it comes to other stuff like this, my thinking is, if this one breaks down and I need, let's just say a blade, or the bag gets ripped, or tires kind of start getting really bad, I can go ahead and swap out my tires from the other one until I have time to get the parts that I need for that mower. Now I got extra parts for both mowers. That's kind of how I always do things. I get air cleaners, I get them in bulk, so that my filters, so that I can use both. All my blades are the same. My spark plugs are the same. Just about everything I get, enough for both mowers. My Toro is one of those things, my riding lawnmower that I get parts off of. At the end of the season is pretty much when I take care of that. But before that, I really, really take good care of my equipment. I think anybody who's been in business in lawn care or landscaping always takes care of their equipment because it's an important part of their daily expenses. All right, anyway, with that, okay, so we got the 3 bolts out here. I always put them up on my bag. Put that over. There we go. Set that up here. All right. Then I'll get my, this one here is a 1/2-inch drive with a deep well, 5/8. And go ahead, right here's your spark plug right here. Go ahead and pull that right there. There you go. Put that up to the side and get that ready to take off. There we go. You don't have to go very much. All right, now we're going to check the condition of your spark plug. You can take a look at that. See how good that looks? That's a good looking spark plug there. Well, let's check the gap. And I like to run my gap 28 to 30 on this particular mower. Let's check. Just make sure. Oh wow, that's just where I want it, right there. All right, that is perfect. That's 30 thousandths. Look at that, nice and just a little resistance, just a little bit. That's what I want. All right, we'll go ahead and put that back in there now. Remember, when you put this in, don't force it in. It should just fit nice and easy, just like that. Let it work itself in. There you go. Nice. Don't want to cross thread your spark plug. That's going to cost you a lot of money to get that fixed. All right. So now we'll just kind of snug it in there. We want to get it over tight, but we do want a good solid fit. Yeah, that's good. All right, take our spark plug wire out here. Get that back on there. Make sure it clicks on there. Oh yeah, I heard that. All right, so put this out of here. Get my feeler gauge, put that up here so I don't lose that. Put it all the way. Slide this down. Up this right here. There we go. Get my 3 bolts, get my T25, make sure everything's lined up. Oh, yeah, perfect right there.
It's been said that there's nothing better on your return of investment than a good preventative maintenance program for your tools, your home, your vehicles, and your equipment. Remember that.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Solid. And my cord's nice and tight, ready to go. And as far as this one goes, this one's ready to see service for this next week coming up. And like I said, now getting into the bonus, so stick around so I can show you one thing that most people don't do, especially if you use a bag mower. You use the bag. I use it about 70% of my clients ask that I use the bag. So it's very important. Just stick around and we'll get right to that. All right. One of the things that people don't usually clean and think about is their bag. As you can see right here, this has to be open. And what a lot of people don't realize is if you don't clean the inside, you won't have any good suction to pick up all that grass that you want to pick up. So I always just kind of take a brush and look at that. Look how much came out. And this, now I can see, almost really see through there really, really well. But I like to clean that out. Give it a nice brush through. It's gonna pick up a lot better. make that grass stand up a lot better. So take the time to clean your bag, okay? And I think it'll really make a difference. Man, what I just lost. All right, and they're pretty much, that's it. I put it back on the mower and we're ready to go. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe because every bit of your support really helps this channel grow.